Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm King Sway, and welcome back to King Sway Entertainment. Today, we are still doing Fallout, Resident Evil Fallout 4. The particular mission that we're on right now is to get Cait clean of her drug addiction, and I messed that up. We're going from Priscilla to Boomstick, and just going to bust caps with Boomstick. Now, I'm going to continue the smoldering robot. Fuck your legs. The Tales of a Disrespectful Bouncer. Um, This is funny because, hey, Benny, if you're listening, this one's for you. I met a guy named Benny while I was at the gym. I was doing hammer presses. Now, some of you may not know how strong I am. I tell you, I bench about 215. I'm strong for a guy my size. Well, I'm just strong, period. I say that because even for like my size, I'm stronger than dudes that are bigger than me. Uh, Benny was sitting next to me in the machine next to me, minding his business, but the way I am is I'm very competitive. I was silently competing against him because I was thinking about anybody being stronger than me. I lost a fight. It was a sanctioned fight. It was a match about 12 years ago. Yeah, I think it was like more like 12. I lost a fight 12 years ago, and like after that fight, I made a vow to myself that nobody was ever going to be stronger than me in a fist fight. In a fist fight, no one was ever going to be stronger than me, and I try to keep up with that vow. So even if you're bigger than me, that does not mean in. I see this when I am bouncing. Just because you're bigger than me does not make you stronger than me. I am stronger than pretty much everybody I encounter at my job. That does include my bosses. Well, my boss, uh, the head, the head manager. He's like 6 foot some odd, 300 plus pounds. That's new. That wasn't here. Um, I bring that up because, like I said, I would silently compete against Benny, and then he and I get to talking, uh, just about life and girls and things in general, and my experiences as an older gentleman, having been married twice, uh, the state of the world today, which is in a sad fucking example. Um, I take very little serious outside of my own children. I take very little seriously because gotcha. You know, oh man, smoldering robot once again, smoldering robot. Because in my personal opinion, I can't. Uh, I did. Ooh, fucking Mr. Gatti. I did a video about the debunk of what the Dragonborn versus Chosen Undead, and you got guys coming. Oh, well, there's such a thing as immeasurable speed. Well, the thing is, I hate debating against guys like that for the simple fact that if we're we're calculating feats, if something moves from point A to point B, speed can be measured. If something is lifted, the strength can be measured. And only someone that is not familiar with physics says, "Oh, well, physics doesn't matter," or "this exceeds physics," or "the speed is immeasurable." And I hate that because I come against too many of you guys in the comments saying something like that. Like in that in that video alone, I've come across two dudes saying immeasurable speed, and that's not a thing. So anyway, Benny finds out I'm a bouncer. Benny finds out where I'm bouncing, and he's like, "Oh wow, okay." And he says he had a friend that went there one time and he got thrown out. So for whatever reason in my head, it dings. I'm like, did you? Because he gave an approximate time frame of when his friend was there, and I'm like, did he, longer hair, kind of on a lanky side, had a backwards hat, a black fitted hat, and he was looking like, yeah, like, nah. I'm like, if we're talking about the same guy, then yeah. He was like, yeah. I said, if we're talking about the same guy, yeah, I threw him out. He came with a small group of friends, him, like two other guys, and like two girls. Uh, younger. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like younger crowds. I don't like younger crowds because they tend to get really rowdy and think that everything's about them. And it's like, oh, come on, man, we're just having fun. And that's literally the damn near verbatim reasoning I get. Okay, well, you can have fun, but you don't see anybody else acting as rowdy as you. Calm it down. So I tell him, yeah, that one guy, like he was being rowdy, and then like he's banging on a bar, and I don't allow him. Like I might let you get away with one, maybe two, but when it starts to go to three, and like no, don't bang on my bar. That's not what it's there for. And the guy got smart with me and was like, well, I'll kick your ass. And me, I said, sir, I've got you by about 20 pounds and a few inches. His girlfriend caught what I was saying. He didn't. It took him a second. Because she giggled and kind of turned her head away. I want to state that I'm about 185. Again, if Benny and I are talking about the same guy, I want to say he's 150, 160, maybe 165. He might have. I'm gonna give it to him and say he might have even been 170. But my words still ring true. So the guy is like, no, I'm gonna just drink my beer and I'm gonna sit here. I'm like, no, you're not. I walked right into that. You gotta go because I've asked you several times to bring it down. So he thought I was joking. So what I do is I grab this guy at his waist, I pick him up, and I carry him out. Now, after I carry him out, my manager's on there going, oh shit, what happened? And I calmly explain. And the guy is sitting there like, I'll kick your ass. And Benny, again, if we're talking about the same guy, yeah, your friend did call me the N-word. So I'm used to it. I'm 40. I've been called that since I was 4. It doesn't have the weight that you guys think it does. Not to me anyway. It just shows you got nothing else to say other than that. Benny's telling me that, again, if we're talking about the same guy, he got called because his friend wanted to jump me. He wanted Benny to help him jump me. Now, mind you, I kind of laughed. I'm not trying to make the scene fucked up or anything. Like, that was in the past. Benny goes, I'm glad I didn't. He was like, I'm glad I didn't do that. Because like I said, prior to that, we were talking about the fact that I used to fight for a living, and everything. And mind you, Benny is at least 6 inches taller than I am, and he was at what? I want to say 220. Benny, if you're listening, correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments below. So this guy's got me by like 40 pounds and 6 inches. So I don't want to say significantly bigger than me, but he is bigger than I am. And we were both benching 215. Neither of us could do 220. That extra 5 pounds is a big. That does mean something. Like, I don't know how many of you actually lift weights, but that 5 pounds, even that 1 pound, sometimes can mean the difference between you doing a bench, an actual press, and that weight falling on you. So yeah, Benny's like, nah, I'm glad I didn't do it now. Like, some dude that's in combat trained as much as you are, and you're as strong as I am. Nah, I couldn't do it. He's just like, I'm glad I didn't go that night. I'm sitting there like, well, I'm glad you didn't go that night either. I run into a lot of trouble, but I don't ask for it. I don't ask for it. I like to have good nights. When I say good nights, I mean quiet nights, calm nights. I've had my nights where shit went down. The first 2 volumes of Tells her disrespectful bouncer. Where I punched the girl's boyfriend, husband, whatever in the face. Which, oh, while we're talking about that, that segues into just me being an asshole. Uh, Now I attend the bar that that girl works at on purpose. I went the one time just because it was something different. Now I go. I had gone. Today is it's Monday morning, early as hell in the morning. It's like 1 o'clock. I'm doing all this. Um, I go on this past Thursday. See if I can grab this because if I can touch it, I should be able. Can't grab it. Can't explode it, but I can touch it, bitch. Uh, yeah, she still gets mad that I'm there. Like her whole face changes when I walk through the door. I'm sitting there like, if it wasn't a problem, like if you didn't create a problem, it shouldn't be a problem. So, old girl still gets mad that I hang out. She's got a friend. Her friend looks okay, but her friend is boring. It's not her. Well, no, it is your fault if you're boring. But she is going through some stuff. She works at a Wawa. That's for all my East Coast people. They know what a Wawa is. From what I understand, most of y'all know like a Piggly Wiggly or some shit like that. And she's doing exotic dancing and stripping as a source of extra money because her husband left her and she needs the extra money because he had a drug addiction and spent all the money on drugs. So I'm like, all right, I can understand that. I might not like it, but I can understand that. Because despite the fact that I work at a strip club, I really don't like a lot of my coworkers. Their attitudes are fucking horrendous. Their reasoning is incredibly lame. But mostly that's because I'm just there to do a job and go home. Do a job, get paid, and go home and correct myself. So I'm planning on going back this Wednesday, this Thursday with my friend Mark. Check his channel out. It's At Home with a Geek. I've said as much before on this channel, but just in case you guys haven't checked it out, check it out. His favorite character is Green Lantern. Tell him King Sway sent you. But hey, Benny, if you're listening, comment down below. Let me know you saw this tale. I would think that'd be pretty cool. This one isn't actually too disrespectful. Well, not to Benny, to his friend, yeah. Because like I said, I was like, I got you by like 20 pounds in a couple inches. And I do talk shit. Because my attitude is, what are you going to do, fight me? Once again, I'm going to say, hey, Benny, you can comment on that. You've met me in person. You can tell them that this is not just some kind of YouTube persona, that this is the attitude I have. What are you going to do, fight me? Because I can fight. I know I can fight, and I know I'm physically powerful. That's something that a lot of guys do not have going for them. Even most bouncers. Most bouncers are just big. Most of them are not combat trained the way I am. And this bitch coming in. Who told you to get out the armor? Bitch. Somebody told you to get out the armor. You better get back in that shit when we get done with this shit.
The answer to me problems is sitting in that room. But I don't know if I should go through.
Trying to shut up now so y'all can hear what Cait got to say.
Don't you want to get better?
I don't know. My body's telling me to get it over with. But what if this psycho's the only thing keeping me together? What if this opens me eyes and I don't like what I see? There were reasons I dulled the pain. Things I didn't want to face. Things I was trying to forget. I'd rather be spitting blood than reliving the past.
We'll face that pain together.
You've already done so much, but you keep offering to do
Also,
more.
want to comment
Well,
down
who the hell am I to look
that
down
Benny got to
doors on
see
a mouth?
the hoodie that I have. I think I got a couple of videos with it. It's my Have a Nice Day
Whenever you're
shirt.
ready, you go ahead
I
and
still
throw
only
the
sell that
switch.
locally due to the nature of the imagery on it. So if you are local, if you and you want one, let me know. Get a hold of me on here, or get a hold of me on my Instagram, and you give me the money. I'll order shirts for you. I'll get the shirts for you. I got new products coming in. Uh, I should have a couple more modeling images coming in because I get the girls that work with me to model those for me, and they love it. They love the attention. It's the ability to say that even on some on a lower scale. Damn, she's getting fucked up. They pumping something out of her, or pulling something out of her, maybe pumping something in her. But on a lower scale, they can say they were clothing models. They can actually come clothing models for a clothing line. They can say that, hey, here we go. Like they can reference me. This individual is busy. I bet you are. Oh, you done yet? You gonna get out? What's good? Like, you just sitting there. Okay, thank you. Come in.
Are you all right, Cait? How are you feeling?
Strange. I feel really strange. Everything feels different. Everything feels
So,
clearer.
let this be a known thing. If you see me out in the
Sounds,
wilds,
smells.
don't be afraid to say hello. I'm actually a pretty easygoing guy.
I
I'll say hello
can't believe
back,
it worked.
have a conversation with you.
The
We'll have a nice little
cravings,
chat.
the pain, hell.
If you're out with me and we're at the gym, so I'll spot you. If you're out with me and I'm drinking, I'll
I'm
buy
glad
you a
you're all
beer.
right.
You know, just keep the conversation going.
Seems you're not the only
So-
one. I have a feeling that Tommy had this in mind all along. Clever old bastard
Oh,
kicked
look.
me out of the combat zone so I'd clean myself up.
Gosh, I mean,
And
agora.
somehow knew you'd
All
be
that
up for the
shite.
challenge. I guess he saw something in you that
I say
missed.
that and it makes me immediately think of stone protectors.
I take care of my friends.
I know
For all of
you
you
do.
that don't
Look, I'm never
know
gonna
or
forget
aren't
what you
old
did
enough,
for me
Stone
today.
Protectors was a
You
cartoon
stepped up and helped
based
when
off of
everyone
the
else
Treasure
crashed
Trolls,
out. I
but
know
that
I
had
saved Becky's,
powers.
but that's the best you're gonna get out of
Um,
me. Now, how about we get
marketed
out of
more
here
towards
and
boys
leave this
because
place
the
far
Treasure Trolls were
behind?
marketed to girls. So they wanted to say that they were like unisex, like I don't know, like maybe a GI Joe, which I don't think a GI Joe is unisex.
Don't leave anything.
Uh, what she can do is get her ass back in that armor. They did have like Lady J and Baroness and who else?
Yes.
Scarlet. They did have those individuals, but Jinx.
Hey.
What you need?
They had those individuals and they had those women in GI Joe, but they didn't have too many. It's like
Another good one. Another good one.
like the Ninja Turtles. They did the live action adaptation when they had Power Rangers in space,
So here's something that happened.
and I don't remember the female turtle's
I
name,
overheard
but she had Mystic Chi powers and they were fighting
I
vampires.
do not believe
I'm old enough to remember that, man, because I watched it way back in the day.
Asylum, Parsons,
But
and it was creepy. And
since I've told my disrespectful bouncer story, I'm gonna call this video here. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and the bell. I try to do one of my little disrespectful bouncer stories at least once a week.
I don't know why. But okay.
Down in the description below will be links to my merch shop, links to the books that I have published on Amazon. I am writing more books to have published. I'm taking a little bit longer because some of them
So I guess
I'm having trouble
must have happened, right?
deciding on
And it must have been-
the cover art, which that is an important piece because it's got to grab you, and that's what I want.
Anyway,
Also in the description below will be a link to my Patreon, and I'm putting all of my written works on my Patreon. I'll be doing audiobooks here on my channel, but my full works will be available on my Patreon. So you guys are getting a real good deal out of that.
I'm sorry.
But in the meantime, in between time, I'm always with my peace signs.
Turn around, because there might be someone.
I'm your main man, King Sway. Hope you're having a lovely day. And I'm going to catch you in the next one.
Nice.
Thanks for hanging out, guys.